on Drury Lane.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. It was another weekend morning back in the kitchen at Drury Lane. And like most mornings, I was so tired from making muffins all night long. Wow. It's actually becoming my favorite fruit. These peaches that you see in front of me. Why, I even have a large peach tree that I got them from, right in front of the house, here on Drury Lane. Now, I can remember when I brought this tiny tree home. It was only this big, but it grew to something this tall and wide. So much so that this year it has over 700 peaches on it. Oh, wow, 700! Can you believe that it had 700 peaches? So much so that even some of the big trunk branches snapped it in half. What am I going to do with all of these peaches? Of course, besides putting them in peach muffins. Well, that brings up an important issue and question. What should you do with the items and talents that you may have excess of? Should you try to hoard them and keep them and even try to store them for a future date? You know, save it for a rainy day. Or should you try to give it to someone else who might not have the same, or even someone in need? Why, this reminds me of the Rotterdam United Methodist Church and their unbelievable push to give their time and talents and love to others. I just met a group of wonderful volunteers that volunteered to serve lunch in the park to children in Schenectady, New York, through a program from SICM. SICM is a nonprofit that works to provide housing, education, and sustenance, such as lunch in the park programs, to children and adults all throughout the city of Schenectady. Let's meet these volunteers from the Rotterdam United Methodist Church and learn why they are so anxious to give and love and show so much care to others. Now, they could have kept it inside and kept it under a bushel and even tried to save it till another date. But they chose to give. Let's also learn more about SICM's lunch program in the park and why they succeed at helping so many others. It truly takes a village, and the Rotterdam United Methodist Church and SICM are making that difference. Come along. Let's discover more about what actually happened in the park.
The Schenectady University Ministry was founded about 40 years ago It's a group of congregations that came together to do those things together we can best do together. And in other places it would be called a council of churches, but we are a coalition of congregations focused on several things. One is looking at the basic human needs, and we respond to people who are hungry and in need in our community, but also being known for innovating some programs and that are now independent and are now part of the fabric of the community. Summer lunch program we started about 14 years ago, and it comes out of the reality that many of our children in our school system are at risk of hunger for a variety of reasons because they're living in low and moderate income households. And during the school year, about 70% of the young people qualify for free or reduced price school lunch in our city school system. And during the school year, they would get a free or reduced price lunch. During the summer period, they would not. And so increasing numbers of people were coming to our food pantry during the summer because kids are home. And kids are kids, and they like to reach for the refrigerator, and that's a real challenge when you're on limited budgets. And we always are working with folks who have too much month at the end of the money, if you will. And summer lunch, if we can provide a summer lunch kind of program, that really helps families get by with a better quality of life during the summer.
We had a volunteer ask at Yates Village one day how many kids in line out of 75 kids had breakfast that day, and there was one child who raised their hand. So we know that summer lunch meets the need of a lot of these children for their basic nutrition for the first half of the day. And we're just so glad that we can do that. We hit our all-time high last summer, which was 30,754 lunches served. Every single lunch handed out personally to each child by a volunteer. The last day of summer lunch 2 years ago, there's a knock on our office door at SICM. I answer the door, and it's this little 7-year-old. And he looks at me and he says, "I heard this is the last day of summer lunch." And I said, "That's right. Summer lunch is over till school starts." And he beams. He says, "That means that school starts on Monday." And I really put my foot in my mouth. I said, "No, you have 2 more weeks of summer vacation. Isn't that great?" And he just shook his head, and I could see a tear running down his cheek. And he said, "No, where am I supposed to eat?" And he shut the door and he walked away, and he had gotten to me. So now we run summer lunch all summer long. And I always look for him towards the end of the summer, and he's still there eating his lunch, and it just makes us feel really good that we can help them all.
Hi, I'm Sylvia Ballo. I'm a member of Rotterdam United Methodist Church, and a group of us are here today to help serve the children in the community their lunch. We've been doing this for probably 15 years at different parks in Schenectady, and it's always an interesting affair.
Hi, I'm Melissa. So we get here around noon and we help set up all of the food. Sometimes it's already pre-bagged, and today it's pasta and meatballs, and so we'll set it out and then we'll serve it all up individually as the kids come through. They love the pasta, they love the fruit. They're not so thrilled about the veggies sometimes, but they'll take it. And they love when there's crackers and things in the bags.
My name is Al, and I'm also a member of Rotterdam United Methodist Church. And as part of our outreach ministry, this is one of the things that we do, and this is, I'd say, only one of them. And it's to help in our community through the city mission here in SICM to feed the children here in this neighborhood. We do other ministries in our church, and we've got an open armed church, so come on over. We got some great music, great people, and hope to see you. Churches are in need of volunteers. You know, if people don't get involved in their community, who's going to do it? You know, when you look at these children coming through, if people didn't take the time to volunteer their time and efforts, these children would probably go without the lunches during the summertime. And this is only one of the minor things. We serve dinner now in City Mission once a month. And again, you know, it's just, it makes you feel good. It's, you know, trying to make disciples, you know, in the way that Jesus walked the world, helping people, caring for them. They may not have what we have, but at least we can help them out and care for them. So, and this is just one of the small ministries that we do. There's many other ones, maybe not through our work efforts, but through our donations worldwide. We give worldwide. So I'm running out of thoughts, that is.
My name is Linda Blanchard. I came today to help with this effort of serving lunch to the kids here in Schenectady. One of the things I love about our church is that we have so many outreach programs that do help the community and the people. And I try to serve on those.
We have to pull it all the way.
One reason I get involved is that I'm now retired and my schedule is much more flexible. And whenever I do something like this, at the end of the day, I'm going to fall down.
You'll love it! You'll love a free muffin from the Muffin Man. And here's your chance to get one. A free muffin delivered to you directly in the mail for just showing today's charity that you care. No money or credit cards or purchases necessary. And here's your chance. Simply send a message of support to today's charity and receive a free muffin in return. Log on to themuffinmangives.org. Make today a giving day. Will you join the Muffin Man in giving to others? We look forward to giving a free muffin to you as a thank you.
My name is Janet Mattis, and I'm the Communications Coordinator for Schenectady Inner City Ministries, SICM. So this is the summer lunch program that is sponsored every year by the New York State Department of Education, and we are serving now at several sites around the city of Schenectady. The idea is to serve the kids lunch that otherwise would qualify for a free or reduced lunch during the school year. In the summer, we provide that lunch to fill in the gap. We also provide breakfasts at some of the sites. We have mobile sites that we send trucks around to for both breakfast and lunch. We have 18 fixed sites around the city. Some are in city parks, some are in churches, some are in municipal housing complexes. We have one at the Schenectady Public Library, we have one at the Meissen Museum. So we try to get to the areas where the kids need to have lunch. And we serve about 2,000 kids a day. Last summer we served over 85,000 meals. So we try to meet the gap that's there for these hungry kids. There are a lot of kids that don't know where the next meal is coming from in Schenectady, and when we can provide lunch for them at these different sites, that really helps to solve that need. There are some kids who come to the lunch program and this is their first meal of the day, and for some, sadly, it's their only meal of the day. But we provide a nutritious lunch or breakfast for them. We have a vendor that works out of New York City, Red Rabbit, that's working with us this year to provide healthy, nutritious food that the kids seem to enjoy. It's a little bit different menu than what they're used to, but it's all good, healthy, nutritious food. The program not only supplies food for the kids, but the volunteers at the different sites also provide some wraparound programs that may include crafts or reading, bubbles, sidewalk chalk, playing jump rope or other games. So the kids come here not only to feed their stomachs, but to feed their souls with some fun and games with people. We also have a small reading program, and we take books around to the different sites so that the kids can read and try to fill in that gap during the summer that sometimes there's that summer slide. And so by providing books and a reading program, the kids can keep up at least with their reading. The kids seem to really enjoy the time here. They'll come early, they'll stay late, they look forward to this every day, and the comments have been very positive. Families and parents are very grateful for the opportunity to have their kids have a nutritious meal at the program, knowing that their kids will have a good meal and won't be hungry during the afternoon. We depend on volunteers to run a lot of the program during the summer, so we have actually about 1,000 volunteers that help us. So if folks are interested in helping us out, they can call the SICM office and talk with our Director of Summer Meals, Dave Taylor. And if they want to help in another way with donating to the program, they can also contact the office at 374-2683 or find us on the website, SICM.us. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow us there. We appreciate any and all support for the program.
And I am here at lunch in the park. This is actually my first time. I usually am not afforded the opportunity since it's in the middle of the day, but I happen to be available this week, so I am very excited to be here just to give back some of my time, to be able to help some of the kids in this community, and just generally be able to be part of the congregation and be part of the team that does this on a regular basis. Doing these sorts of activities, I guess, where you're giving back, it just gives you a sense of accomplishment. It gives you a sense of a reminder of what God has given us and what we have and what communities don't. Constantly reminded of things to remember when it comes to children that you just don't know where they come from or what environments they're with. And, you know, some just need a little bit of extra help, so it's always nice to be able to be here to provide that and just to lend a helping hand.
She loves order food, she loves cantaloupe, she like
something. I know you've got it. You're asking if I get anything tangible, and no, I don't get anything tangible from it, but
you see, she skipped past the
get a good feeling. It's a great way to connect in terms of a congregation for the team that's here. It gives us a chance to get to know each other better. And just gets our face out there into the community and to learn about these people and their kids and just be here. It gives you a good feeling at the end of the day, and you know, that's more than enough for anything that you're giving back. That's a really easy one, I suppose. There's so many ways to get involved. You know, there's regular Bible studies or more like book studies that we do on a regular basis, and that's a great way to get involved and start to get to know some of the people. If you're musically inclined, there are definitely more than enough opportunities there with either the praise band or the choir or even solo opportunities. If you are wanting to give back or to work within the congregation for different events, there's certainly the opportunity to volunteer with rummage sales and community dinners and all of that kind of fun stuff.
You say thank you.
I'm trying to think. I mean, and I'm trying to go beyond the regular committees, because of course there's a million committees you can volunteer and be part of, but that's, you know, that's to run the church. There's definitely opportunities to work with kids. So if you wanted to be part of the Sunday school, the youth group, Vacation Bible School, we always could use people who are interested and energetic and willing to work with the children and teach them about God and help them know what coming up in the church is like. Different from other congregations. I think while we maintain the same basic beliefs as a lot of other Methodist congregations, I think our people make us stand up.
Happened to that one got dirty,
I think our congregation, its members, the folks that are there, their hearts are just so bigger. I mean, they're just a wonderful group of people to be around, a very supportive group of people, and I think that makes us stand out from other congregations.
Hi, my name is Martha. I'm the site supervisor for Wolford here on Congress and 5th Street here in Schenectady.
Oh yeah, there's that.
I like working here. The goosebumps. Volunteers and also the children. I love children. And it gives me a pleasure to be with everyone in the community. Thank you so much.
You know, so it's like
Get a little bit contrary every now and then. I'm trying to keep up with every corner of the site because the kids have to stay in the facility and eat their lunch.
There was a book called My Side of the Mountain.
Not walk off with their food
We were hiking in
and just enjoy it in the park with all the others.
now understand how somebody
Oh, Lord. Every day I leave with a smile, knowing that each child that was here was nourished by the food that the Sims food and the Red Robin Rabbit prepares for the kids. It makes me very happy that every child here is fed.
Yeah.
SICM is a faith-based organization that seeks to respond to the desire of congregations to reach out to be an expression of faith. And we're a changing organization over the years because we have sought to respond to a changing community. And people have said over time, we want to do something about whatever. And so that's what we have sought to be about. We're the basic support for people who have too much month at the end of the money.
The food pantry started, I believe, about 40 years ago as a teeny tiny operation. They were serving very few people. It was it was a small operation. In 2007, they moved to this new location where we're able to serve a ton more people, about 100 people a day. And we have a huge operation at this point. The way the pantry is set up is it's kind of like a deli system. So they'll come in, they take a number very similar to a deli system. They wait a little bit of time. We usually start serving people around 9 o'clock. They start at the first window, which is the baby window. They get baby food items and also if we have any pet food items. The next window they go through is the grocery window, so they'll get their basic bag of groceries. And then the last window is where they'll get their produce.
Back in 2006 and 2007, the food pantry where you just were was a small operation out of the back of a church, and now it's in an old grocery store, serving 100 plus families a day. The same with the summer lunch program. We probably served maybe 500 or 600 kids a day back in 06 and 07, and now it's up to 1,500 to 2,000 per day. Summer lunch has benefited the community in many ways. Community partners will reach out that have other youth programs in the summer, and they'll need food. So we can partner with, say, a park, YMCA at the park, they're doing enrichment activities, but they don't have the means to provide food. So that way children in the summer have something to do that's enrichment for their body and minds, and then enrichment for their, physical, their stomachs. They get to eat food.
Yep.
There's tons of different options of what people can do to volunteer. You can be very hands-on with our guests. You can also be very hands-off. So you can also be in the back warehouse, stocking food or sorting food. You can help in the office with general office duties as well. There's tons of different options.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back. I'm still trying to bake the muffins. But finally, I think we're finished. I hope you enjoyed our show today. If you would like to make an order or donate muffins to charity, then please go to the website listed below. With every muffin order, we donate muffins to the charity of your choice. I call it giving your dough to charity. I also encourage you to donate directly to the featured charity today by going directly to our website and getting their information. Thank you very much for watching, and keep on dancing through life by giving to others through love. Let me finish baking these muffins, and see you next time.